Indonesia, Al Qaeda had made a map, and in that map they had shown a green world.
Yes.
Al Qaeda had made a green world in that map. This is all going to be the Islamic State from West Asia
Yes.
to Indonesia. Now only six countries are left in that: India, Nepal, Bhutan,
Yes.
Sri Lanka,
Yes.
Thailand,
Yes. Yes.
and Myanmar.
Yes.
So, what they are doing is that to make it a complete Islamic state, the way Ghazwa Europe is on.
Yes.
So, same thing they are doing here. And what has happened in Bangladesh, the control by fanatics and all, the planning for this had been going for a long time.
Yes.
That is one aspect. The second
Yes.
aspect in this is not just a question of Hindu Muslim alone, but the
Yes.
entire Indians. And India's
Yes.
defense is under threat.
Yes.
We already have news that Pakistani terrorists have reached there. Salahuddin did a post.
Yes.
70
Yes. Yes.
Pakistani terrorists went there and they disappeared after reaching the port. We already see that the jumping pads are there in Jammu and Kashmir. And now the jumping pads are there to be whole of Bangladesh border of 4,000 kilometers or all, which we have with that.
Yes.
So that's another aspect. Third
Yes.
aspect of mine is that people who say that diplomacy and talks will sort it out, this is all absurd. You see, you see, the other day I came out very heavily on this ISKCON number two in Bangladesh because they had disowned Chinmayji, who was
Yes.
saying that the more you people make noise in India, the more our lives will be in danger.
Yes.
So I told him that since 1947 till now, you have been
Yes.
reduced to from 8 crore to 1 crore there. We had not
Yes.
made noises. Where did the 7 crore Hindus disappear?
Yes.
So, unless we look into these holistic aspects, and secondly, I told the ISKCON fellows another thing. I said, you people give a half baked interpretation of Gita to the world. You don't tell them that under which circumstances
Yes.
Gita's Upadesh was given. It was given in the battlefield. And it was given to Arjun not to run away from the battlefield,
Yes.
but to fight for his right, a battle. Next thing I want to say is that you see this uh, whole thing which comes about that diplomacy will solve it. Tell me two things in this regard. One is that any war before Mahabharata, how much effort was made? Before the war in Sri Lanka with Ravana, how much effort was made? Or any war to say in the world. Louis Fisher had in his book Great Challenge, The Great War, I think, started the book by saying, I still remember these words, I think I had read that book when I was in BA, way back in 72.
Yes.
War is politics stained with blood. Before the war, the struggle is fought by politicians. When they fail, men in uniform take their place.
Yes.
Now comes the second aspect of this diplomacy. I'm very shocked even today. Some retired admiral, Vora or thing his name, had a piece in Indian Express writing nonsense that what Hindus are doing is not correct and we are Ganga, Jamni, Tehzeeb and all this kind of nonsense writing in it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Tell me with whom to talk. The way people say over Pakistan also. Talk to Pakistan. To whom? To ISI? To the puppet government? To the terrorist organizations there?
Weakness of the line.
So, to whom to talk in Bangladesh? That puppet, Yunus, whose, whose mouth is stained with blood. He's a Nobel Prize peace. It's a shame on Nobel Prize. They should have taken it back if they had any shame left. They should have taken it back. That Nobel Prize puppet. Butcher he is. Should we talk with him?
Let
Should
us
we
come.
talk with the terrorist organizations there? And what will we talk? See, since 1947, please remember one thing that atrocities on Hindus never stopped in Bangladesh,
Yes.
East Pakistan and Bangladesh, even Hasina's time also.
Yes.
And you pick it from Jogendranath Mandal's resignation and what he wrote,
Yes. Yes.
how Dalits are being persecuted there. And what was happening from 47 to now? We will raise some objections from here. We'll talk to their governments. They will stop it for a month or two, and again they will start. And that is how from 8 crore the number has come down to 1 crore.
Yes.
Okay.
Now let me add some basic things for our, in our discussion. May I? I will. I'm adding something, Professor.
Please.
Okay. Okay. The one thing, the the issue here in West Bengal and Bangladesh, this area.
Okay.
Let me confine to this area first. Then we will escalate
Okay.
our discussion in subsequent days. In,
Okay.
in subsequent days, we will continue this discussion for few. Discuss it today. This tragedy of Hindu Bengalis, tragedy of India. Its history long back. I think long back from the days when the Khilafat resolution was passed in Calcutta Congress in 1920 by Gandhi. Khilafat resolution. Even at the opposition of C.R. Das, even Jinnah, Annie Besant, Lal, Bal, Pal, all opposed. And the cadres came from West India in Khilafat trains. Money was given by the Muslim capitalist of West India. That means Gandhi came to as the Congress backed by the Khilafatists. And then came the tragedy of 1937 when the election on the basis of 1930 British India Act, Gandhi prevented Congress to form coalition with Krishak Prajapati Fazle Haq and helped Muslim League to come to power in Writers Building, that is Lal Bazar, the biggest British province in India. The tragedy. And then Jinnah opposed Khilafat movement. Jinnah to start with was much secular than Gandhi Nehru. But he was not allowed to play in Congress. He was humiliated day after day by the Gandhi Nehrus. And creation of strengthening of Muslim League is by Gandhi Nehru. And the mechanism was British behind. And then the partition using. And when partition of Bengal, it natural result sequelae of partition of India. You see what? when there is a settlement of British, Muslim League, Congress, and communists, the partition of India was settled. Then Punjabi Akalis demanded their partition of Punjab, and here Shyama Prasad demanded the partition. And when he demanded partition of Bengal to create West Bengal as the homeland of Hindus, that was supported by the communists and even Congress. And see the tragedy, even just after the partition of Bengal, when West Bengal was formed, all the communists of East Bengal came to West Calcutta to settle. But they rebuked Shyama Prasad Mukherjee that Shyama Prasad is a criminal of Bengal partition. That's the hypocrisy of the communists and Bengali intellectuals. And then
That
you think of the tragedy. Tragedy is the very Gandhi Nehru is the criminal for which the Bengalis are suffering. There, more dangerous persons. Then TMCP, more dangerous group. And about 4 crore 40 million infiltration from East Pakistan to India, having ration card, voter card, everything, and birth certificates. And birth certificate, voter card, ration card, all given by the state machinery. And they are blaming central government.
Dada,
This is one angle. Other angle is the pan-Islam to pan-Islam. The India is the unsettled area. Up to Pakistan, whole West Asia and Central Asia is Islamized. And here up to Malaysia, Indonesia is Islamized. Only remaining part is India and Burma. That's their target.
let
That's
me
their
say,
target.
Dada, let me say,
Yes.
Dada, that with the British, this started as far as Bengal is concerned
Yes.
from 1905 itself.
Yes.
When they partitioned Bengal on Hindu-Muslim basis, on a communal
Yes.
basis. And
Yes.
the people respond. And you see, even the Muslim League is formed in Dhaka in 1906.
Yes.
All the elite and all, they're there.
Yes. Yes.
And the Congress compromises the 1916 Lucknow Pact
Yes.
for separate electorates between the two.
Yes. And 1920,
Okay,
Khilafat Resolution.
Khilafat resolution comes. Now, in between, you look at another aspect. Okay, till 1920 and even the 20s whole decade, it's the revolutionary movement which is going very strong in Bengal.
Yes.
No other part of the country had that strong a revolutionary movement.
Yes.
The way it came in Bengal and then it comes in UP and Punjab and it comes a little bit in Maharashtra.
Yes.
Okay, though it started from Maharashtra in 1879,
Yes.
Phatke brothers.
Yes.
But this is a problem for the Congress more than the British.
Yes.
And if you will recall that when the Congress was formed in 1885,
Yes.
Hume had made a statement that a safety valve is required to protect the empire against the action generated by our own activity.
Yes.
Because they never wanted the repetition of 1857.
Yes.
Now, this Congress party was true to Hume's aspirations until 1947. They acted as the safety valve for the British.
Yes.
In Bengal, against revolutionaries, against peasant movements, against Azad Hind Fauj, against Royal Naval Uprising. till the
Yes.
last and
Yes.
settled at dominion status, you know. And in
Yes.
1937, when you mentioned about this Prajakrishak Party thing,
Yes.
how Gandhi betrayed Netaji. Netaji had gone to, had taken Gandhi's approval to start negotiations with Fazlul Haq to keep the Muslim League
Yes.
out in Bengal. And then Maulana Azad and Birla went to Gandhi at Varda and brought Gandhi's letter to Netaji. Even Tagore objected to this, what Gandhi was doing. And that led to a sequence of events after that when Netaji was suspended from Congress, the whole PCC of Bengal was suspended. That time also Tagore wrote to Gandhi that this is suicidal, what you are doing. So all these fanatics, you see, who called Jinnah Qaide Azam at a time when Jinnah had lost his credibility among the Muslims also. This Shoaib in Sindh made a 13 parties alliance against Jinnah, but the Congress did not talk to. And Congress whole politics in Bengal. I'll tell you one thing. Even if whole of Bengal would have gone to East Pakistan, Nehru would not have bothered. Nehru was only bothered in one thing, that he should get the Prime Minister's chair. He was not bothered which part comes to India or not. The Redcliffe thing proves it. Why did they agree to a person to come and draw a line who had never been to India, who did not know ABC of India? You look at the borders which were drawn. For example, your district, I think if I'm not wrong, Sylhet,
Yes.
was to come to India at any cost. Hindus were there in majority.
And also
Chittagong,
Chittagong,
that side,
Hindu Buddhist
the
majority.
entire Chakma Hills, the Chakma Hills. Sardar Patel tried very hard for Chakma Hills. I have seen the documents recently. But you know who played the dirty game there? Bardolai. Bardolai did not want Bengalis to come into Assam.
Yes.
And this fool didn't know that Sylhet went away, Hindu Bengalis went away. But Jinnah had sent many Muslim Bengalis already in Assam.
Yes.
And they kept doing that. So the writing was there on the wall. Uh, uh, Noakhali, you see. Gandhi goes there. And you know what happened in Muzaffarpur in Bihar? The people retaliated. Nehru goes to Calcutta, doesn't go to Noakhali. But he goes to Muzaffarpur in Bihar. And in his own selected works, his speech is there, in which he is threatening them that if you don't stop violence against the Muslims, I will use Air Force to bomb you.
Yes.
These are
He
Nehru's
never used
words.
this language for Noakhali.
No,
Never.
no. Not only that, you see, all of them had known that when partition takes place, there will be violence. Noakhali was an eye opener. The direct action day of Jinnah was an eye opener. opener. Okay, tell me what precautions were taken that if this happens in East Pakistan, how will they deal with this violence? On the contrary, Mountbatten himself has written this funny thing.
Yes.
It's very serious also.
Yes.
He says that the Congress had reached an agreement with them that if violence erupts, British forces in India will not be used to quell it.
Yes.
And if that had not been agreed, the killings in 1947 would have been much less. But this was Nehru's arrangement. Then what they did after 47? Hindu refugees kept coming, but why didn't they agree to population change at that time?
Population exchange. Yes. Which was agreed upon.
Not only that,
Yes.
not only that. You see, if the two dominion, the British were very clear when they say one is Hindu dominion, one is Muslim dominion. And you know what Nehru allowed? Can you imagine a country in the world where one party gets it divided on communal lines, but those parties' representatives who were elected on Muslim League's name to the Constituent Assembly are allowed to work in the Constituent Assembly after the creation of Pakistan, and they signed the Indian Constitution in 1950 and then back to Pakistan, and those few who didn't go are given prize positions by the Congress.
Yes. And for the population exchange, Jinnah agreed. Ambedkar demanded. But it is
Ambedkar
Gandhi
demanded,
demanded. Jinnah
Jinnah,
agreed.
no,
Agreed.
Jinnah, Dada Jinnah initially agreed, but then Jinnah was advised. I think so, it was some British officer who
Yes.
advised him.
Yes. If you do it, demand
Okay,
it.
what are you doing? What are you doing? There are 33 crores. If they come, where
Yes.
will you keep them?
Yes. If you demand it, do it. Then there will be delayed your transfer of power.
Okay,
And by that
and
time, your Pakistanis will not demand Pakistan. Demand for
and there is
Pakistan
an
will disappear.
there is another thing, Dada. I saw this in a file of 1952 in the archives.
Yes.
It's a CID report.
Yes.
It says that the slogan in the mosque being raised now is लड़के लिया था पाकिस्तान हंस के लेंगे हिंदुस्तान.
What does it mean?
That we fought and got Pakistan, and now India we will take with smiles.
India will take its.
We will take India by smiles.
Oh, smiles. Acha.
Smiles. Tell me one thing. How come overnight those who were demanding Pakistan and were champions of Pakistan, and when Pakistan is made, both in Bengal, Punjab, UP, or anywhere else,
Why not they go to Pakistan? Why not
yeah,
go?
they are not only allowed here, but they are pampered here. Pampered here.
And they subsequently enter
So,
into.
and then what happens? Then what happens after 47? First comes your Congress regimes in Bengal.
They enter into Congress and became some of them became communists.
That's what I'm saying. No, a communist thing is very interesting what you mentioned. You see, it is not only from East Bengal. Five comrades were sent by CPI to West Pakistan to start a communist party there.
Yes.
And Jinnah got them arrested.
Arrested.
Arrested, not only arrested, they were given death penalty. So these communists came running to Nehru to save them. So that's how they came back to India.
Oh.
You see, all known there, you see, all known there. Okay. Now then started this Congress.
Let us concentrate today to present Bangladesh. Then we will
Yeah,
tomorrow
yeah.
discuss history
No,
part.
no,
Then
I'm coming to this. The present Bangladesh situation is very simple. It's a last, simple, I mean, in terms of understanding the situation. It's a very serious thing that it is a last do and die call for the Hindus and other minorities in Bangladesh.
yes,
It's the last call. If today it is not saved, forget it. Forget it. And I offer my own solutions. I know our agencies are very capable. Our NSA is highly capable. And I'm sure they are going into some things. Because I was thinking that even it took Manekshaw 6 months to prepare in 1971.
yes,
And unfortunately, our military never ever thought that they will have to fight with Bangladesh.
yes. Never
So the
thought about
assault
it.
plans are not there.
Yes,
See, like we have for Pakistan or China and all, which are called the military blue books.
yes,
We don't have a Bangladesh.
yes,
Secondly, the situation is very different in the sense that at that time we had Mukti Vahini
yes,
to support us.
yes.
Today, we have
There is
practically none.
none.
Because I don't think these Awami League people will come out and fight.
Yes,
Okay. Now, in this given situation, I am shocked that why till now Tripura has not stopped the electricity supply.
yes,
You see, there are three, four alternatives. One, General Saab was saying with me, talking with me in a debate, India Daily, an hour back only. The first alternative he was suggesting was dialogue and diplomacy. I said, sorry, that is not going to bring any results now. And secondly, with whom do you dialogue in Bangladesh? With that puppet? Yeah, having any dialogue with him is any sense? He's not running the government there. He's not pulling the strings over there.
he's the face
So whom
only.
do you talk to?
He's the
Yeah.
only face. Helpless.
Bangladesh army. Why would they come to? You see, let me make one statement here before I go further. Dada, you will recall that Yahya Khan had made a statement in 1971
Yes.
कि हम इनकी नस्ल बदल देंगे.
What does it mean?
We will change their, we will change the race of these Bengali Muslims
Yes, yes, yes. By raping.
by raping the women there.
Yes.
I have a feeling that all these fanatics who are there now,
The
who
product
have
of
come
that.
to power and all, are the children of those raped women, the children of these Pakistanis,
Hmm.
so that they are such that they forget all the obligations, all what India did for them, and doing this. So that means now that Nasal has been changed.
But Professor, can you
Now in this situation, a dialogue and diplomacy is totally ruled out. Now comes the second question: economic blockade. A mere economic blockade by India will not be successful unless you block the entire Bay of Bengal and there is no ship movement also to Bangladesh.
naval blockade?
Never block it. Okay. And secondly, I have always had my doubts about economic blockades because Iran has economic blockade for a long time.
Yes.
Russia has had economic blockade. It doesn't make a difference. It may bring it may make a difference for England or America because there the people can't live without Coca-Cola.
Okay, there are different angles. Let me add few things.
Different angles.
Different. We'll
Okay.
discuss again.
Okay.
Uh,
Now comes the third option. That is the military option.
the last option. Let us
No, it's
talk.
not the last step. No, Dada. In some cases, military option is to be looked as first option also. This last option among the Hindus when we preach Saradav, Samme and Vishwasudev Kutumbakam and all. You see, Israel waited for some time after 7th October
It is their national
and,
mindset.
and went all out.
Yes.
The Americans go all out world over.
Yes.
They could kill Biden by entering the Pakistani space also.
I am adding another angle. Have you have noted
No,
from 1946, whenever there is atrocities on Hindus up to last year, there is
hmm,
always migration of the Hindus in different degrees to India. But for the first time, you see,
yes,
for the first time, the minorities, Hindus and Buddhists, are sticking to their own motherland soil. This is the unique
I'm coming to
phenomenon.
that.
Anchoring.
I'll,
This is
I'll
the
come to
first.
that.
Yes, yes. You will add number one. Number two, you see, never in our thinking process, scheme of thinking, a development of the Arakan Salvation Army development and attack onto the border of Bangladesh. We never thought of that. That's a new development.
Dada, you see, there are two things in this. One part is you'll recall that some Hindus had gathered at the Bangladesh border
Yes.
to come towards India.
Yes.
And they were there without food and everything. In many days they waited and they were not allowed in.
Yes.
The Hindus also realized one thing that if they try to go to India, India will also not let them enter easily.
Yes.
Why? Because it's a security threat. Who knows in the garb of Hindus who's coming?
Yes. In the name of
Because I
Hindus.
tell you, I'll give you my own example of Delhi.
Yes.
I was staying in Asian Games village and
Yes.
I was the president of the society there.
Yes.
And my neighboring place, Shahpur Jat,
Yes.
all these Bangladeshis were
In Hindu names, you will see in the Hindu
there.
names.
And what their wives did.
In Hindu names, they are.
No, no, yeah, they came with that. That's what I'm telling you. All Hindu names,
Yes.
they will put that, Sidur here, Bindi
Yes.
here,
Yes.
all Hindu names.
And birth certificates from West
But
Bengal and ration
yeah,
cards from West
and
Bengal,
we all showing certificates of Midnapur.
Mednipur.
Any Bangladeshi Bengali you see in Delhi, okay,
Yes.
from where you are, he has a Midnapur certificate.
Mednipur certificate. Yes.
Okay. And then you would come to know the thing only on Friday. When suddenly you will find hundreds of them going to the mosque
Yes.
for offering namaz, their men.
Yes.
Okay. So it was a very complex situation for India also
Yes.
that of all these Hindus start migrating now, right now from Bangladesh,
May not be Hindus.
how they will enter, how they will enter, and what problems will be there. That is one aspect. But secondly, I will salute these Hindus in Bangladesh who not only stood there,
They're anchoring to the
but
soil.
they are protesting. No, no, they are protesting also.
Also protesting also.
They carried demonstrations also.
Also.
You know, they are protesting also. And I'm sure the day is not far. I feel that is what the Hindu organizations in India should be doing instead of Shankaracharya making nonsensical statements.
Yes.
Why not arm them?
Yes.
Why not arm them? The way this Arakan army has come up. Okay.
Yes.
Though people are talking, I'm very clear about it. I'm not shy. I won't feel shy in saying that. Yes, we are arming the Arakan army.
Yes.
We are supplying food to them and we should do more.
Yes.
Why not?
And at the Buddhist army, militarized
And
Buddhist army.
it's a Buddhist army. It has made its stand very clear. Okay, it
Yes.
won't allow atrocities on Hindus and Buddhists by these Al Qaeda and these fanatics at all. They made it very clear. Now,
And one time this.
in such a situation, Dada, I'm happy that in Bengal and today also in Delhi also this happened. The biggest automobile market in Delhi, they had posters boycott Bangladesh, and they have stopped automobile trade with Bangladesh at all.
Yes.
Let this be a big lesson to those political parties whose offices or no, whose person with a desk and chair would be sitting ahead of our BSF post on the Bangladesh border. And the moment the boat will come for there, they will provide them ration cards
Yes.
to move in. This Didi of yours must learn a lesson. Okay, look, they didn't spare Hasina. And all these fanatics which you have been appeasing in Calcutta and Bengal, the moment comes, they will not also spare you. Either they will ask you to read the Kalma and become a Muslim or run away. I
Yes.
think some sense is coming in her mind now that she is making some statements related to it or there.
To come to
So in
power, she
this,
has used the tiger's back. He has ridden on the tiger's back. Now it is difficult for her to come down from the tiger's back.
no. Now the situation comes is, no, Dada, I think it's never too late. I will put it this way, it's never too late. It's never too late. And I'll put up another thing. The alternative now for us is, I don't underestimate my intelligence agencies, you see. If they can bomb that Niazi's bunker in 1971, where General Niazi was hiding. Even today,
Yes.
all these fanatics, etc., they are on our radar. Now the question is, without sending our army there, what are we making these BrahMos missiles for? Why are we bought Rafales? Why we have the drones? And it's defense. You know, even that now, though I call it the most important organization in the world, UN, but its charter also says that if human rights are violated, minorities are attacked and all, you can move into another country to save them. That is what America been doing in the name of this thing, saving democracy like a bulldog. So why can't we move? What is the hesitation?
Yes.
What is the hesitation? And I tell you, if we don't act fast and keep waiting, so the way 40 RDX has landed there from Pakistan, 40 tons, you mean? Right, 40 ton or 40 kg, whatever it is.
Tons. Trochitagong pot.
40, 40 tons. Where will they use? Yunus is going to blast his own office. Where it is going to be used? And West Bengal has to be more quiet. Dara, I had reports, I tell you, not now. I had reports since almost 7, 8 years back that these terrorists from Al Qaeda in Syria who had fought there, they were in Bangladesh. And they will cross over to India in the night at midnight, deliver lectures at a mosque, at 5 o'clock in the morning, and they used to lecture how they used the tanks there and how they used the gun there and how they used to kill the Kafirs there. This all has been going on, and it is in the knowledge of Bengal CID and Bengal police and all that. But a close eye because of the politicians.
Today,
CPM today, CPM, like, see, who is supporting Al Qaeda? China. Who is supporting ISIS? China. So CPM has to support these fanatics.
yes,
You don't accept anything out of them.
yes.
So they
One
have to
thing,
support.
today,
And you
let
hear
us.
that news today. Rahul has gone to China.
Rahul was in China. Again, gone to China? He has
Yeah,
joined the
there was a news today.
Chinese link.
Chinese link.
Let us.
I think the BJP did some press conference and this was asked.
Okay, I have not seen the
So
news
I
today.
I I, I immediately said कि वो बुलाया है जिनपिंग ने बुलाया है और वो सीक्रेट संधि जो चाइना से कांग्रेस ने की उसका याद दिलाया है
Today,
और सोनिया गांधी ने फौरन राहुल को चीन दौड़ाया.
today, let us come to the end, and today we'll again continue on this subject in the same time in English. Okay.
Dada, I'll say one thing here.
Yes.
I expected
Yes.
that the people in Bengal, because Bengal is also known for some revolutionary action, that the people in Bengal, at least Hindus in Bengal, will react more strongly.
Should. But the one tragedy is
No, no, that's what
Bengal.
I'm saying. Why can't the Hindus in Bengal, if the 1 crore Hindus in Bangladesh can take a stand and come out in procession,
Yes.
why can't the entire Hindu community of Bengal
I have told
just
you.
come out for a Bengal Bandh today on one day and let the whole Hindu population be on the streets of Bengal?
I have told you many times that it is the intellectuals of Bengal, most poisoned in last 80 years. Most poisoned, most anti-national. In so much anti-national intellectuals, nowhere in India will see. Only in this Bengal, in this Calcutta. Can you imagine? Few months back, there was so much intellectuals in the streets, telling, speaking out, shouting, barking in the streets that we will not show our documents. That helped the Rohingyas to come in, invitations to come in, and of India. Tomorrow again the same time in English. Let me mention you one event only. You know, Lieutenant General S.K. Sinha, who was supposed to be the chief of the army in 90s, and he was not allowed to be chief. Bypassing him, some junior was made the chief of the army, and humiliated, he resigned from the post. And so skilled that the Congress government was compelled to make him the governor of Jammu Kashmir when Jammu Kashmir was burning. And he was made the governor of Assam when Assam was burning. When he was governor of Assam, he made a huge paper, good paper. Lecture, this was the lecture Bordoloi, Bharat Ratna Bordoloi Memorial Lecture 99. He cautioned government of India, and he was punished subsequently by the Congress government. Can you imagine? And when there was that there was that Sonia Congress government, the UPA government, designed that Hindu terror term. Hindu terror term was coined by P. Chidambaram and Sonia Gandhi, and and false cases was attempted against him, that he was, that S.K. Sinha is terrorist, Hindu terrorist. Can you imagine that case? And he's that man, S.K. Sinha, who has a good ka shadi neta back.
I
What
see.
is the volume? You trans
Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, नेताजी की
Sajis
एक
hai. Sajis.
साजिश.
That volume, he's the person, Sajis, he has a good criticism on the book, creative and positive criticism. It's a big lecture on the volume,
Okay.
which you translated my English volume, Netaji Decoding Marriage Mystery. He's that man. And in this country, in Congress, has always humiliated, tortured the persons who are really nationalists, who has cautioned the country infiltration. Because Congress as a whole, Gandhi Nehru dynasty, Bhadra, this dynasty is basically non-Hindu, anti-Hindu, anti-national. They are favoring always the infiltration, along with other political, small political parties who has no national policy, no national
Well,
outlook. They
well,
all,
Nehru called himself a Hindu by accident,
yes,
and he told Gallagher, the US ambassador,
yes,
that perhaps he is the last British to rule India.
yes. We'll discuss again tomorrow in the same time at 10
Okay,
in
Dada.
English on Bangladesh, Burma, and this West Bengal, this
We'll
area,
do that.
the problems
So
which
you
is
will,
cropping up.
and this one when you will post.
And today it's a trial. I have not given information to my friends. I will give my information. I will post it now to the YouTube and also Facebook. This discussion
You have recorded it.
recorded it,
You have
and
recorded it. Huh?
also now
Huh.
in live.
So,
Now in live,
okay,
some friends are seeing it.
okay, okay, okay. So you will send me the link also when you post it.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. So see you.
Thank
Jai
you.
Hind,
Good
Dada.
night.
Thank
Jai
you.
Hind.
Jai Hind, Dada.
Jai
Jai Hind.
Hind. Jai Hind.